Almost went off for a cycle through the pollen without taking my Benadryl. That wouldn't have worked out well. What? Right. I am heading off on a 22-mile round trip journey to get a prescription for V. She needs an inhaler. And I've drawn the short straw of going to get it. That's actually not true. I really want to go get it because it gives me a good excuse to go out on my mostly solar powered bike. Mostly solar powered. Bike is fully charged. I've done 133 miles on this thing so far. Current battery voltage is 41.9 volts. I do like having a proper voltmeter on it. Much more accurate than the silly bar thing up here. So this is kind of a bit of a range test of this bike really, because I haven't done a proper length sort of transport ride. Ideally, I'd rather go on my gravel bike, but I need to go into a pharmacy at the other end of this rainbow, and I don't want to leave my gravel bike tied up to a lamppost outside. It probably would be fine, but the whole point about having a folding bike is, you know, take it in with me. So that's what we're doing today. This is a bit of a off-the-cuff vlog post today, I suppose you could say, in that I haven't really planned it or thought about what I wanted to say particularly, but I need to do this journey and I figured I'd bring you guys along with me. It's kind of what happens when you watch a bunch of YouTube videos of people cycling and you're like, oh, I want some of that. God, it's really windy. Other than the wind, it's a lovely day for a cycle. And one of the other things I'll be trying to do today is actually practice my colour grading and colour correcting. So that means that I've got this camera shooting in a sort of flat colour profile, the hope being that that way the shadows won't be so crushed and the highlights won't be so high, and I'll be able to, you know, adjust the look and feel to my taste in post-production. But I don't have a huge amount of experience with that, so we'll see how that goes. And the reason why I want to gain a bit of experience with the colour correcting and grading side of things is because, let's just say I don't have a huge amount of income. So, as a backup, I plan to go back to what I used to do, which is sort of business analysis, that sort of thing. And that's fine. If I do that, I do that. That'll be perfectly fine and it should pay the mortgage. However, oh, a bit bumpy. However, there is, well, I might have to just concentrate for a bit. The road needs a bit of smoothing. However, being a business analyst is probably not my first choice for career. After all, I've already done it, and there are aspects of it I quite liked, and there were aspects I was not so keen on. So, you know what, V was quite right, I do not need this top. This top is surplus to requirement. Now I'm going to have to try and find a way to stuff it into my pannier bag on the back. Oh dear. Silly me. So, where was I going with this? Yeah, so in an effort to do something that I enjoy more as my principal mortgage paying, income generating activity, I think what I'm going to do is try and do sort of basically a small fry production company. Yeah, I mean, I like cameras, I like editing, yeah, I really enjoy those things in fact. So perhaps I can make my money that way, but we'll have to see. So that's what I'm going to be trying to do. Yep, I am going to stop in a second, take this top off. It's way too hot. You like my camera holder for when I'm not actually filming? See, just put this around my neck, it clips in there, nice and easy to take it on and get it off. Also just realised I forgot to bring my drink, which is not the kind of mistake I would ever make on the gravel bike. It's like amateur cycling hour. As range tests go, this probably isn't going to be the fairest because I'm probably going to do a fair amount of exercise as well. Just, you know, nice thing about e-bikes, you do the exercise when you want to, you know, not when the terrain dictates. Like this uphill here, that's too much like hard work for me right now, after I was just ploughing along there at 20. My favourite bike rides, other than like the proper long gravel bike type rides, are when I'm genuinely replacing a car journey with a cycle trip. I love that, and that is exactly what I'm doing today. You know, this is 22 miles round trip. I probably would have done it in my car. In my car, it'd use something like, think about this for a second, 7, yeah, I'd use about 7 kilowatt hours to do that trip in my car. You know how much this bike will use? 0.2 kilowatt hours or less. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. There's some planet saving efficiency there, I'm quite sure. Not having any gears does limit how fast you can go on this bike. Luckily, I'm quite happy to spin the legs out. Oh, it's good fun. I'm enjoying this ride. And there we have it. Oops. While they're making up the prescription, I'm just have a quick break in the sun. No doubt about it, it's much better for you cycling than driving, and much more fun too. All done. Pop this in here. Hope there's enough room. Should be. Yeah, there we go. Fantastic. Sweet. Good old penny a bag. And now it's time to head back. So far I've done 12 miles in 40 minutes with an average speed of whatever that is. I think it's 18 miles an hour, which is pretty good on a bike that is power limited to only 15 and a half. But that's what you get for a tailwind and a fair amount of spin in the legs. And the battery is currently on 39.6 volts. Should carry me back no problem. This is full throttle only speed. It's basically walk assist. But if I just start turning the pedals slowly, ooh, and off we go. Still don't know where I'm going though. Where am I going? Fast down the hills and not too slow up the hills. That is the beauty of e-bikes. It is quite windy today, and that is partly why I was so fast on the way there. The way back I am averaging more of sort of 15 miles an hour, which yeah. Hopefully we won't run out of battery. It says I've got 2 of 4 bars at the moment, and I'm on just a bit under 37 volts. So I don't know, guess we'll have to see. Oh, big tractor looking dude. Righty. Yeah, I just keep plugging away at it, and if I do run out of power, I'm in serious trouble. It'll be pushing up the hills time, because this bike has no gears. It's just a one gear, basically set up for cycling at about 15-16 miles an hour. So yeah, hopefully it'll be downhill and not head, you know, straight into the headwind soon, because that's what it is at the moment, which is why I've got it on full assistance and I'm still pushing the pedals. Oh my words, windy! This is why I am not flying the drone today. I thought about bringing it with me, but nope, not today. Yep, we're running out of power, all right. It's all this cycling into wind. This is the last hill. Am I gonna make it? God, I don't know. I might have to stand up. Oh, 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 oh my goodness me. It's gone to no bars. No idea what the battery voltage is going to be on, but it's not going to be high, is it? But 24 miles and we're home. Oh, I should have worn my Lycra. I don't think spinning the legs out in jeans is such a good idea, really. Right, let's have a look. What do we got here? So 24 miles, 35 is the voltage. It's not so bad, could be worse. And our average speed was just under 15.3 miles an hour, which isn't bad going. 15.3. Okay, I just need to catch my breath for a second. Oh, one more thing. This worked really well. So is this a viable transport vehicle for getting around and doing your chores? Well, yes, provided you don't want to carry too much luggage and you're just going on your own, you don't want to take any passengers. Absolutely. 22 miles, no, 24 miles, no problem. Nice and rapid, and I definitely did some exercise on that, so always good. Let's just have a quick look at the actual total cost of my little trip. So 24 miles in total. Let's say I did 4 miles to the kilowatt hour in my Tesla Model S. That would be 6 kilowatt hours that I would have used, which at 20 pence a unit, let's say that's £1.20. Okay, that's not bad. On this bike, I used about 200 watt hours, which times 20p a unit would be 4 pence. That's pretty cheap. How much does it cost per mile in a petrol car?
Around 20.1 pence per mile.
So that's 24 times 20 pence for your average petrol car. That would be £4.80. It's almost £5 just to go pick up a prescription. Yikes! So electric bikes. Now I'm going to go and have a play around with the colour on all these video clips and see if I can actually make them look like I want them to look. I hope you've all enjoyed today's video. If you have, remember to leave a like and share it and subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you like. The links are in the description. Big thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome. And I'll see you all in the next episode of my vlog. Bye!